For quite some time now, my grandma has been asking me to make her own nano aquarium, and in today's video, that is what I will be doing, so be sure to stay tuned for the final product. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be making my grandma her very own aquarium. Now, when I say aquarium, I don't mean one of these right here. This is a 20-gallon and that's far too big for her to handle, but instead one of those little guys to the left of me right over there. Now, if you are a frequent viewer, you would know that she actually got me this one right here for Christmas, and she liked the turnout so much that she decided to go ahead and buy herself one of these bowls on her own. And now it is my job to make it look like this, probably even better. It's a little bit bare right now. I only have a few little clippings of some plants in there, but I'm hoping to make it look a lot fuller. I'm not sure if we're going to stick with the palm or go with something different like the bamboo over there, but that's what we're going to be doing today. Now, fortunately, I still do have some of this gravel, this very fine gravel that I have in these two little bowls or vases right here. So I will be using that as a substrate for her aquarium. And then over here, I'm going to be taking a few of these little ramshorn snails. I have a little community of snails in this tank, specifically ramshorn here. So I'm going to take a few of these guys to bring with me, and then I can start a little ecosystem of snails over there in her aquarium. All right, so I have the gravel with me. I also took these two larger rocks in case she wants to put these in the bottom of it. Maybe they'll look good with some of the plants. And now I'm going to take a few of these guys and put them in this jar. All right, hopefully I can execute this right without... You have to be really careful with these guys because their shells do damage very easily. Okay, so now I'm ready to go. I have some stress coat for the water to make it dechlorinated. I also have the livestock, the snails that I'll be taking over. And then I have my gravel as well. So let's head over there now. So I've made it to my grandma's with all of my supplies. Now we're gonna start adding the things into the bowl and see how we want everything to look. Another great thing about this gravel is that it already contains beneficial bacteria, which you already may know is great for the cycling process. Now at this point, I had added this rock to the hardscape and we were really liking the way it looked, but of course we know that we need some greenery as well, so I decided to head to the store to get some live plants. And I do have to admit, Petco does have an exceptionally good variety and selection of small beginner plants, so that's why I felt going here would be the best decision. You can see I have some Anubias in my hand right there. They also have these little terracotta potted plants as well that I thought looked pretty cool. But in the end, we decided to go with this a little Anubias variant that was on this piece of driftwood. And for the livestock, I decided to get two narite snails. So now we are back and it is time to add our snails as well as our plants. Now when I added the water, I added some cycled water that I had from an already established tank as well as some newer water, cleaner water that I added stress coat to dechlorinate. Then I began adding the driftwood with the little Anubias variant on it, just testing out how we want everything to look as of right now. And since I brought them, I decided to just add those little ramshorn snails anyways, which they'll do fine in here. And now it was time to add the two narite snails that I had got. So this is how it was looking. We were really pleased with how it turned out. Now, of course, it still does have a lot of time to fully settle to the bottom and clear up, but we were really liking the way it looked, and those snails are absolutely beautiful. We're really happy we went with them. But now it was time for the final step, which is to add these little palms into the aquarium to hydroponically grow out of the top right there. So here we have uprooted one of those little palms, and I'm just cleaning off the roots and getting all the dirt off of it so it's nice and clean when we put it in the bowl. And this is what our almost final project is looking like. We're also placing the bowl right next to this window, not only to promote algae growth for the snails to eat, but also for warmth. Now, a few important things to keep in mind. I will be giving my grandma spirulina blocks, therefore she can add those into the bowl as a source of food and calcium for the snails. And as far as a heater goes, it will not be necessary because their house does remain at a constant warm temperature suitable for the snails as well. And right here is our final product. Now, yes, it does look very cloudy, but over the next few days, all of those suspended particles within the water column will eventually settle to the bottom. But for time's sake, this is just about all I will be filming for today's video. Now, I hope you guys were just as pleased with this turnout as I was and my grandma was, and I hope to see you guys again in the next video.